Hello. Welcome. Okay, why did you do that? Okay. Always an adventure when I decide to do a pop-up live stream on a work day because I never actually know how it's going to go or when I'll be able to start. So like today I had a meeting until 4, so I set them to start at 5. And I thought that's going to be no problem. Easy peasy. I can definitely start at 5 o'clock. And then I had a call happen at 20 to 5. That was very important. And then by the time I was like, oh, wait, hang on. My time, it was 5:06 and we were wrapping it up. But I needed to do a couple of things to get ready. And well, here I am, right? 15 minutes late, not so bad. Which was quite a day today. And very good day and a challenging day. And I'm going to be catching up on stuff tonight. Unlike last night when I had like a major project that required a ton of concentration. By the way, let's see. Maggie and Kelly, you were both here while I was working on it, and I got it done and submitted this morning. So very, very thankful for that. Tonight is not going to be quite so like concentration heavy major project stuff. Oh, like you can just barely see my candle burning. Okay. Tonight is just kind of catching up on some basic stuff and admin and that kind of thing, which honestly feels really nice to get to do that kind of thing, and probably starting to do some planning for tomorrow and next week. Anyway, thank you for being here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, Kelly, you made it in plenty of time for sure. Hope that you got some stuff done while you were waiting. I'm sure you did. You're at work working on homework, but this time I'm able to work on a story of my choice. That's awesome. That's so fun. I'm glad you're getting the opportunity to do that. Hello, Maggie, for the second time today. I was able to catch just the last few minutes of Maggie's live stream in time to hear about the goats taking their leave. So I'm sorry for that, but I'm also really happy for those goats that they got to spend all the time under your wonderful care. And then I think you said the bees, your apiary. You've still got your apiary. You're just up to so much amazing stuff, Maggie. Hello to Allie Deathridge. So good to have you here. What you doing, Allie? Allie is back in Oklahoma, but I definitely thought that you were in Tennessee for like that split second when I saw your thing, even though you've been back here for a while. It's still maybe like in the context of the live stream, I was about to say hello in Tennessee and then like, just like flash and then another flash. No, she's not. She's back in Oklahoma. You're a little more local to me. Thank you, Kelly. You were very, very encouraging to me last night with that project. And so I really appreciate it so much, which was quite the undertaking. Oh, yeah, you're doing laundry from your fun wedding weekend. I hope that you had a good time. Glad you made it back okay. Yes, laundry after a trip is a very real thing. Nice. Now, I can't remember if you have a laundry within the place that you live or you have to go somewhere. You are local AF. That's true. I mean, if you were to be more local, you would be a little closer to me, but it's pretty dang local. It's like a lot more local than Tennessee to Oklahoma, for sure. Correct. All right. Well, I don't know about you all. I'm really excited for these sprints. I'm ready to dive in. Some of you have been waiting for me for a while now, and so I don't want to keep you waiting any longer. You know what I mean? Oh, yay. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's the best. I love it. I have had a washer and dryer in my home for many, many years now. Many, many years. It's been 8 years since I had to take my laundry anywhere. And that was just for a very short, like 1.5 year stint. And I'll still think to myself, I'm so grateful that I have a washer and dryer in my home. Just because just the little experience with not having that definitely makes you thankful. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Let's start it up, my friends. Let's go for 25 minutes. Welcome back. All right. I ate a snack. I was very hungry and made a plan of attack for my night, which I needed so that I have a clear direction because I definitely want to wrap up. I don't want to wrap up late. I want to wrap up at 8 as planned. And so efficiency is the name of the game. So that was pretty good. Let's see here. How did your sprint go? What did you work on? Did you get accomplished? Let's see here. Maggie just commented the Zoom webinar for the Sci-Fi Writers Week. Excuse me. Okay, Maggie has been enjoying this conference for the past couple of days. Racism and racial description rabbit hole. I mean, that's important. I mean, I hope that it's good. I hope that the conversation is good and productive and respectful, and that everyone benefits from it. I think it's super important to learn about that kind of stuff. So that's interesting, Maggie. Hope that you are still getting a lot out of the conference in general. I think my plan of attack tonight is going to be all about just emails. It's so like uninteresting and dull, I suppose, but I really need to get it done, and then there will be a lot of stuff that like comes out of getting them done. And I just hate that there are people waiting on me for things. I don't like that at all. But it just is what it is, you know? That just is what happens sometimes. And that's all I have to say. I haven't really dived into anything yet. I don't know how much I'll be chatting tonight. I'm going to turn up my little light here. Earlier today, when it was brighter outside, the light was making me look practically transparent. Now it's not quite so bright. Oh, that's better. Okay. Oh, man. So how's it going for you? What's up? I don't have a whole lot of interesting things to say yet. Oh, but I need to change my banner. If you are watching this replay, by the way, thank you so much for being here. I hope you get a lot done while you're watching. And there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the next one. Oh, Maggie says she is still enjoying it. That's awesome. I think it just might be one of those nights, not so chatty. Some nights, super chatty. And I think this is just a work night. I'm good with that. All right, let's go. 25 minutes on the clock. Let's do it. Well, welcome back. It's funny when one makes a plan and one thinks to oneself, this plan is foolproof. And, oh man, and I will be able to accomplish XYZ in this said plan. And then an email that you received is incorrect. But then you're like, well, maybe I made a mistake. So let me just try again and be very careful. Nope, it's still incorrect. And then Adobe goes real slow. And then the thing that should have taken 3 minutes takes 15 minutes. And you think to yourself, my plan has been foiled. That's my current state of mind. I really want to get things done fast. 'Tis frustrating when I can't. But it's still a thing that I got done. All right. Margaret. Hello, bonsoir. You've been lurking. You are no longer lurking. You have revealed yourself. Come into the light, Margaret. I mean, you did. Okay, I'm glad you had a great sprint. Sounds like your sprint went better than mine. Mine was fine. It was fine. It was okay. What else? Oh, is this a fencing reference? Foiled I would have no idea what that meant, except that my niece fences. And she, let's see, at Christmas a couple years ago, I often only see them at Christmas because we live very far apart. She came straight into the kitchen where I was, and I was standing like kind of with my back to a corner of the counter, and she came from one side and my other niece just came from the other. And for like an hour, we just stood there, and my niece was like demonstrating foil, epee, other sword fighting, fencing stuff. And it was so much fun. It was legitimately very fun. It's one of my favorite recent Christmas memories. Let's see. I just cackled with laughter. You know when you have a plan, right? You have any experience with that, Maggie? Hello, Ashley. Here for another half hour or so till my friend comes over to meet the babe, the little babe. That's so cute. Okay. Well, we won't take too long. We'll get back to a sprint so that you can get some work done. Good to see you. That's exciting. He's making new friends already, and he's just not even a month old. Come, bring the foils. I think I learned it in high school because of Hamlet. Oh, it's meant to be menacing, but it just sounds like you're going to wrap up some food and stick it in the freezer, you know? The webinar's over today. I need to catch the replay on 2 of them because hubby sent me out to run errands this morning. Awesome. I'm glad you want to watch the rest of it, right, Maggie? Like that really says something. Parry, thrust, on guard. Yeah, that was essentially it. That was the Christmas memory. I believe she had like a wooden spoon and was using that to demonstrate. It was fun. Currently experiencing that flavor of plan in your whole life, right? Oh no, I am sorry, Margaret. Stuffs a bite of bread into my mouth, so I can't answer. You do what you gotta do, Maggie. I know you have experience with that happening. He's a popular little guy. I mean, why wouldn't he be, right? If you want, could you remind me of his name? If you feel comfortable. I think you did before, but that's been a while ago. That was pre-birth that you told us. And if you don't want to, then just don't do it. Hamlet to the leftovers party. Bring the foils. Bring the saran. Bring the Tupperware. It'll be a merry old time. Merry old time? Sort of British, right? Homemade sweet butter rolls, honey from my hives. Maggie, now you're just like making us jealous. So I think it's fine. And to keep sharing the deliciousness. We all enjoy it. Oh, that's right. Jessie. I love that name. One of my good friends is dating a guy named Jesse right now. And he seems like a person of good character, highly considerate, and an upstanding fellow. So I'm just saying, it seems like the name is a good name. Yes. Okay. Thank you for sharing. So Jesse Darrow. Darrow, am I saying that correctly? Rhymes with arrow. Okay. Oh, let me see. It just okay. His name is Darrow after main character of the Red Rising book series. My husband's favorite book. That's cool. It's a name you don't hear much. You don't really. You don't really. I am helping get the flavor of struggle out of our lives with the carbs of baking. And you're replacing the flavor with the honey flavor. And that ain't half bad either. Who's the first Jesse you think of? Uncle Jesse. It actually, that's funny. I thought of my friend's boyfriend, but that's a good one too, Margaret. Classic. A classic Jesse. Okay, I guess the pronunciation right. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and jump in so that everyone who needs can take care of the next 30 minutes to the best of their abilities. And then those of us who remain will continue. But let's hop in. I'm putting in my earbuds so you know I'm serious. All right. Oh. Try listening on Audible after him because he's raving about it and hated it, but now you're going to give it another. But the middle name was your idea. You had just one necessary takeaway. That's all you really needed, Ashley, right? All right, 25 minutes on the clock, my friends. Let's go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How did that go for you? I will say that that sprint felt like exactly 25 minutes, like in a good way. I mean, I, it's not that I accomplished more things, but I did like scroll all the way through, all of the emails that I need to reply to, deleted stuff to just weed it out, flagged things that were important. It is rough when there's so many people who, whatever. It's just a lot of stuff to reply to. And I will just do my very best. I'm sure that it will be tempting for me to do this beyond 8:00. But at the same time, I need to not. I know I need to not. I will do much better by getting some stuff done tonight and then having some relaxation time and then starting fresh tomorrow. I have to convince myself of that. It won't be as good for someone. Some people are true night owls, and sometimes I don't have a lot of choice when I'm up against deadlines and I just have to just keep going. That's not the case with any of this. And also I tend to like summertime, the late hours when it's really light outside and so hot does tend to throw me off. I actually much prefer getting up earlier in the morning. And tonight is cause for celebration for me. For in Oklahoma City tonight, I'm confessing to you that I did Google this. In Oklahoma City tonight, the sun will set at 8 p.m. I know not everybody is glad when the days get shorter. I, for one, am. And I have had it marked on my calendar for like 6 weeks. Not that I needed a reminder that August 30th, the sun goes down at 8, which to me is just a very reasonable time for it to be dark outside. One person's opinion. I know people have others. And it has already, just in the past few weeks, had a real impact on me just to be able to get up earlier because the days are just a little shorter, All right. Okay. Let's see. Margaret was talking about ISBNs. They said they'd arrive in 3, but I thought I'd try 7. You never know, right? Psh, makes sense to me. I think you should try every single day because what if it finally arrives on day 18? If you waited until day 30, then you would have missed out on all those days. I'm for it. I got a really fun idea. Ooh, for a launch party thing. That's exciting. A launch party. That sounds so fun. I don't have anything to launch, but I would like to have a launch party. Any fans of The Office here? Remember when Kevin prints the sign wrong? It says lunch party. And someone walks up and they're like, ooh, a lunch party? Anyway. That was a real 25, Kelly. It was. I'm trying to think through distribution traps now to save time later. But plans, I know. Sometimes it does work out, even if a plan doesn't go accordingly. When you plan, it definitely helps how things turn out go much better. I think that I got all that set in the right order. I'm a big fan of planning, even if it doesn't go exactly how I think it will. Paranormal romance. I have not really. I'll just be honest with you. At risk of sounding like a boring person, I don't read a lot of fiction. And I am also what you might classify as a weenie when it comes to anything even slightly creepy. So, but I hope that my question still provided joyful leisure. Or for my joyful leisure, I probably need to take more joyful leisure. Thank you for asking me, though. I enjoy being asked questions. Why do you ask? But yeah, I don't read a lot of fiction. I like to, if I'm gonna read fiction, I usually do audiobooks, because I can like clean and do chores and do other things, or drive and listen at the same time. Because if I'm not doing those things, I'm always like reading something else or writing something else, or like working on my work stuff, working on my personal stuff. And so the joyful leisure for me is using it as something to listen to whilst doing less fun activities. I thought ISBNs were electronic/instant. I have no response to this, but perhaps somebody else here does. Lunch party. It is your birthday. Ashley, one of my friends and I, every single year on our birthdays, we will often like at midnight on each other's birthday, make sure that we text or send that to each other. Sometimes I write it out on a piece of paper with a marker, fold it up and mail it to her. And so when she opens it, it just says, "It is your birthday." It's delightful. It's truly delightful. My reading on Direct to Digital today made me think more that way. Okay, questioning orthodoxy. Good. Okay. I thought that too. It's not like an EIN, I guess. You can sign up for an EIN through the IRS.gov. I just thought I'd throw more letters out there. You get it pretty quick. Oh, it's being ported over from KDP to Ingram. All right. I have no knowledge of what you're saying, but I trust you. Okay. ISBNs, pain in the butt. Quote, Ashley Emma. I don't regret it, but most of my 20 Okay. Okay. Oh, so if you must listen to fiction, what genre? I do enjoy lighthearted things. I work with a very serious subject all the time, and I have for many years. And so I do enjoy lighthearted things. I enjoy a hero's journey. I enjoy I will enjoy some nice romance. I can do like Sophie Kinsella and similar writers, but it's kind of like listening to Celine Dion for me. Sometimes I'll be like, I must listen to Celine Dion right now. And then I'll listen to Celine Dion for, let's say, 18 hours, not straight, but consistently. And then when I'm done, I'm done. I'm like, I am putting Celine Dion away now for another time. That's how I am with reading the romance genre, especially lighter romances. I'll do it for a time, then I'm like, all right, I'm done with those. And then I would so I'm not really doing good with telling you the genre that I like. Let's see, a couple of times I'll grab a book that looks interesting and it will be in the romance genre, but it turns out it's an awesome story of a heroine's journey. I actually really prefer those. And to like a romantic comedy type thing. Like it gets mistyped almost, or there's a romance part to it. But it's actually more about her personal growth. I love those. Those are probably my fave. What do you call that? I don't know. Curious minds want to know. Well, I tried to tell you. It was probably pretty roundabout, but maybe you can take all of that gobbledygook and make something out of it. I'm always saying I'm going to disappoint people, really literary people who like read fiction so much and are very well versed in genres. The books that I listen to the most are about like personal development, memoirs, like inspiring memoirs, business development, um, those are the kind of things I listen to the most. So those are my main genres. Okay, I'm reading The Jack by M.K. Harkins. The Readers is the first book, and they're both amazing. Excellent. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Should make a card for that. You should. If someone's an Office fan, guaranteed they will love it. Here's a lot of words that Margaret and Ashley are saying to each other, and that I don't know exactly what they mean, but y'all are really super enjoying and getting a lot of your out of your conversation. So I'm for it. I love fiction. I don't read nonfiction unless I'm editing it for clients. I get it. It's not, it seems like a lot of people really prefer fiction. That's just me. That's just me. EIN. Oh, it took you 4 months to get your EIN? Oh man. Sorry, Kelly. That's a bummer. I don't know what the heck happened with that, unless maybe it was like something to do with COVID. I suppose that could be it. Let's see. A book on horse training. That's right. That's exactly what you're needing right now. Excuse me, Ashley. Ashley, did you get my email? Interesting, sort of. I imagine my attempt to tell you what genres I like. I liked the kids acting one the best. Okay. One of my good friends, I'm going back to this, one of my good friends in Iowa works with a homeschool cooperative, and she teaches drama and puts on like their homeschool cooperative play. It's been super interesting to hear her talk about that journey. I wouldn't choose to read nonfiction. You read lots of nonfiction too? Okay, okay. I write for a living and still really don't adverbs and prepositional phrases. As long as you know how to use them correctly, it doesn't matter if you know the rules, right? Oh, top 5 business/women self-help maybe next time. Probably this time. I can for sure tell you 100%. I published a book earlier, Women Just Want to Vend, and it was excellent. Oh, that is so cool. First of all, love that title, Women Just Want to Vend. Okay. There's a lot of information out there about pretty simple ways that people can earn income, especially passive income. So that's cool. I love when people just take exactly what their knowledge is and then they like share it with others in that way. That's awesome. I think I got you. At first I was like, oh, you wrote a book called Women Just Want to Vend? Then I got it. I got it. Yeah, super niche. It's selling well. Okay. Yeah, I think there's just a lot of interest. Yeah, it did. Go 2014. Oh, well, maybe they just, I don't know what to tell you, Kelly. I'm sorry that you had to wait for so long. Oh, okay. Let me know if you did or didn't get it, Ashley. Sometimes when I send it from my work email, it gets shuffled into spam. So if you don't see it right away, just let me know. Oh, okay, okay. That could be it, Kelly. If they were applying for you, my only experience with that is just applying through irs.gov. So yeah, that could be it. I'm sorry about that. I agree. It was a cool title. How to do nothing. How to do nothing. That is revolutionary. Doesn't compute. Does not compute in my brain. And I am not good at doing nothing. That's true. Please send maybe the author's name. Promotions. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty typical as well. Better than spam. It does. Okay. Maybe we can find it. Margaret, I think you have the ability to link it if you would like to take the time to do that. All right. Well, this has been a fun chat. I'm going to be here for another hour. Oh, here we go. By Jenny Odell. I'll check that out. I'm going to be here for another hour. Let's go ahead and get our next sprint going. And if for some comments that roll in, I'll talk to you about them after it. I say, let's go. Well. Welcome back. How did your sprint go? I'm feeling much more encouraged after that sprint. I got through a lot of stuff, really worked my way through a lot. And definitely felt like it went fast, but not super fast. But when I was like typing away, I have my little timer that I have to like give me a few extra seconds. If you've been here for some of my sprints before, you'll know I don't always make it even with my extra timer set, but usually I'll spot it and I'm typing away and I look over and it said 2 minutes. And I went, oh, for real? Like speaking to my timer. For real? Just thought I'd share that little tidbit. That went very well though. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did these sprints tonight. And I still have another 25-minute sprint to go. So, oh my gosh. So thankful to all of you for being here, making it so much more fun and much less isolated and fun conversations, having fun conversations during our breaks. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's such a load off to have some of this done. Okay. What do we see here? Oh, YouTube glitch. I didn't notice one. At one point, Margaret, I looked a couple of times tonight. I'll set my timer, and then based on the timer in YouTube, I can tell it must have had like a lag of some kind for a couple of seconds because it'll be a little bit off. But that didn't happen with this one. But oh wait, never mind. I see it. It was your internet. Okay, problem solved. Oh, your friend didn't make it over. Well, that's a bummer, but I'm glad you're still here. We're all glad you're still here. Hopefully she or he can come over and meet the little baby Jessie another time. Yeah, time already. I don't know how it happens, Margaret. The seconds, they keep ticking. This is how time works, and yet it's still a mystery sometimes. I was researching ideas for distributing and marketing of next book. Do you enjoy that kind of thing, Margaret? Is it something you've grown to love? Is it something you have a background in? Learning for the first time? What's your deal with all that stuff? Still researching is what I think you mean. It's your internet. It ate a comment. How very gluttonous of it. Okay, one thing you had asked, Margaret, was some of my favorite. Where did you say it? Let me make sure that I answer your question correctly. Top 5 business/women's self-help. Okay. I can at the very least name a few that I will revisit pretty often. One of them is not specifically geared toward women, but it is definitely, I've learned a lot about habits and systems for the past few years, really starting in earnest in 2019. Is anybody here interested in learning more about morning routines? If so, I've got a really great book that I could recommend for that. Okay, so here's what I'll say. I'm going to type her name. One of my very favorite authors for nonfiction, which is, she has a couple of books that are like personal essays, personal experiments. It's called A Happiness Project. And then another couple of her books are about habits and kind of knowing yourself more. She studies happiness and human nature. Her name is Gretchen Rubin. She doesn't know it, but she's one of my best friends. And so she has a couple of books called The Happiness Project. She's got 2 where she's just a researcher. And so she really researched all kinds of thoughts and philosophies and scientific research about, do you know her, Margaret? Or are you just calling her that? She really is. And she boiled down like, what's the general wisdom for being happier? And then, so she dedicates each month to a certain area of happiness and then sets objectives for each month. She's very methodical, but I really enjoy her writing. She's funny too. So the happiness practice, she's got a couple of those. My favorite thing she does is a personality assessment that is specifically about how we respond to internal and external expectations. It's called the Four Tendencies. I could talk about it for hours and have. And every person, that's probably an exaggeration. The vast majority of people with whom I have shared about the Four Tendencies has related to it. It's very simple. It's, not like Myers-Briggs or the Enneagram. It's pretty simple quiz and learning about yourself, and it immediately made sense to them. And then she's got a book with habits, ideas for creating habits and systems that go along with each of them. It's called Better Than Before. Oh, yay. One of you do know her. One of your best friends is also her best friend. People have very strong Gretch loyalty when they know who she is. Very strong Gretch loyalty. Oh, tell your friend that you know someone who's an upholder, if you remember. I wonder what tendency your friend is. Because if your friend is one of Gretch's best friends, she knows her tendency. Oh, yes, she does. Or he does. Oh, wait, no, also her best friend. Okay. Let's see here. Or they do. Let's see. What else? If anyone is interested in morning routines and just how to kind of start your morning on your own terms, I really like, she's largely a YouTuber, but she wrote this great book. Her name is Amy Landino. And the title of her book is, oh boy, don't tell her that I don't remember. Ha, ha, yes. Well, Good Morning, Good Life. And I would say, first of all, she says just you don't have to be like a morning person to make the most out of your mornings. You don't have to get up at 4 a.m. You get up when you get up. And like these are just ways to be mindful about how we start our day. And I've incorporated some of them into my life for a couple of years now. And they have made a difference for me just like physically and then mindfully. And there's some of them that I am better at incorporating consistently than others, but I thought it was really good. What else? Okay, this is not written by women, but if you're into habits, I really love the book by James Clear called Atomic Habits. When I first heard about this book, I was like, atomic as in explosive habits. He means atomic as in very, 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 very small. I'm like, oh, right. And it's about how the smallest habits done consistently over time can yield the greatest results, which is something I definitely agree with. And I really liked his book. It's very practical. She's new to me. I'll check out her channel. She doesn't need my help, LOL. But yeah, so, are you wanting to help people? She doesn't need your help. Are you wanting to help people? Heard a lot of hype about Atomic Habits. I have a few friends who have read it, and I actually think it's a very good companion to the Gretchen Rubin book, Better Than Before, because they complement each other and really have good strategies for people who have different personality types and different things that they're going to respond to more than someone else. And I think that's what it's all about, right? Embracing who you are instead of fighting against who you are. And then leaning into your strengths and then finding ways around the things that we struggle with and then creating systems that fit within our lives and the people we actually are. And I've had a lot of people respond very well to these books when I have suggested them. Anything else? I mean, I have recommended a few from Gretchen, Amy, James Clear. Any others? I feel like there are others that I want to share. Let me check something out real quick. Might as well. We're all here. We're all here. That's what I said. Might as well. We're all here. Oh, hey, Brene Brown. Any Brene Brown fans? Should have been an obvious one. So right now I'm reading a book called The Gifts of Imperfection, which is it's not a big book, but it's one that I am not rushing through. I bought the audiobook and then someone gave me the physical book for my birthday. And so I'm like bookmarking the passages as I'm listening and then going through and highlighting them and making my notes in the physical book. Let's look at some of her others, because I've read a couple others and they were good. One is called Daring to Lead. That's the one I read most recently. Yeah. Now, do you think that I can quickly, okay, why don't I just Google it? Goodness gracious. Brene Brown books. Also, just great alliteration. Daring Greatly. I thought I had the word daring in there. Daring Greatly, which came out in 2012. I read that a while ago. I have not read Braving the Wilderness, but I know a friend did and she really loved it. And then I also just got the book for my birthday as well, Atlas of the Heart, which is her most recent. And I was just looking at the table of contents the other day and it made me excited to finish The Gifts of Imperfection so that I can read this Atlas of the Heart. It looks so good. And also like the texture of the cover and the texture of the pages is very pleasant. And so I can't wait to flip through it and write and highlight. That's like a universal gesture, right? Let's see here. About embracing ourselves. I agree, Kelly. I know. I feel like it is so important. I've had friends who think they're lazy, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You're an extremely hard worker. You are just better at working hard when other people are holding you accountable. And then you you struggle more with meeting your own goals. There's ways around it. There are ways to embrace who you are and get around the things you struggle with and have just need some creativity and some suggestions to do it. Now they know they're not lazy. They feel better about themselves and they see themselves more clearly. I will always be a night owl, not a morning person. So when I don't have a newborn, I normally stay up late working and writing and don't get up early. Why fight it? I get my best work done at night. Wholly agree. We live in a world that is so geared toward people getting up in the morning, but it's no better. It's no better. It's not inherently better. It's just the way some people operate. And I have a friend who is a true night owl as well. And so she leans into that when she needs to. But she actually wanted to start getting up earlier. Now she finds herself getting up regularly, like around 8 in the morning. And that's a big change for her. And she's very happy about it. I'm like, that's it. Are you happy about it? Or are you fighting against yourself? But she does get her best work done at night. And I'll wake up in the morning sometimes and I still use Voxer. And she bakes cakes. She's in here sometimes, Hannah Brammer. She'll be on the Voxes from her at 3:00 in the morning about decorating cakes and what happened. And then I have something to listen to in the morning. So no complaints there. You were telegraphing her name to me. Thanks. And I opened up my Audible and there it was. Great minds think alike. You use Audible too, Kelly. I love it. It's like when I drive, I'm taking a class of some kind. I heard J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter late at night. Yeah, right. I feel like especially busy people who are also trying to be writers and aren't doing it full time. I don't know if that's her story or not, but you just got to do it when you can. And especially if you're creative at night, do it then, That was one of the first I read by her. I thought it was Just Me was first. I don't think I'd even heard of that one, Margaret, until I looked up her books on Google. Oh, we have a lot of night owls in here. I love night writing. I make myself go to bed. I feel guilty for staying up. Oh, I'm sorry that someone or society or teachers, school or whoever made you feel that way, Kelly. But we're just all wired differently. I sometimes feel ridiculous when I want to go to bed so early because it's like society is saying, don't go to bed too late. Very irresponsible. Don't go to bed too early. That's lame. I'm like, make up your mind, or actually, better yet, shut up, society. I don't care what you have to say. Let's all just sleep when we want to sleep and work when we want to work, right? Why the guilt and shame? Ridiculous. Guilt and shame, also something that Brene Brown talks about. See, it's all like coming together. Love it. Yes, don't feel bad about staying up late. I mean, and you're also a student, for crying out loud. You're a student and you're writing stuff. And yeah. Hi, Eva. We're having quite the conversation, an impassioned conversation about embracing who we are and leaning into our strengths and working around, finding workarounds for our weaknesses and just being who we are. So I hope that you enjoy it. We'll start a sprint soon, I promise. We've been chatting about 10 minutes, y'all. We better get back to work. Yeah. The best part about being an adult, you get to do what you want. That's right. My mother cannot tell me when to go to bed anymore. I decide. Love that for you all. Embrace who you are. Yay. I hope it's encouraging to everyone. Yes, last sprint. I always feel bad when it's the last sprint and someone hops on, although it never bothers me when I hop on for someone's last sprint. I'm always happy that I at least get there for the end. But I do want to wrap up after this. It's going to be a little bit past 8, but that's okay. And then just for my mental health and, well, general health, I do need to sign off then. But boy, this has been great. Oh, wow. I started this sprint. I started a live stream feeling quite overwhelmed. And now with like the work that I'm getting done and all of you wonderful, lovely, terrific, fabulous people being here and the encouragement, I feel so much better. One sprint is perfect. Okay, great. I am a grown up. Isn't it funny how sometimes it takes a minute to fully realize that? And we still feel like we need permission sometimes. And then we're like, wait, I can actually give myself permission. I'm a grown ass man. That's right. Grown ass women. I saw the title and knew it was getting close. That's true. I did specify. You knew what you were getting into. Well, sure, Ashley, you have very special situation. Yes, a little baby wakes you up 12 times a night. You just sleep whenever you can get sleep. I would sure hope that everybody in the whole world would support you in that. All right, friends. If I missed some comments, we'll catch them at the end of this next sprint. But let's do it. Let's finish out strong, shall we, my pals? Here we go for 25 minutes. Well, that's it. Welcome back. I was just hitting reply all, but I accidentally hit regular type reply. Okay. There we go. I'm hitting buttons on my keyboard. It's not doing what I want it to do. All right. I can hit send on that after we end. Okay. I'm feeling good. Feeling good about what I got done. Feeling good about being done for the evening and letting go because I got the people who were waiting on me responded to. And I'm down to just a few emails that will take maybe a little bit more research to respond to. But oh my gosh, like I really got through a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I feel so much better. Okay. I am eager to relax a little bit for the night. And I'm eager to rise and shine early tomorrow morning and get back to work because I've gotten through so much tonight and things just look so much less daunting than when I started earlier today. Oh gosh, it's so energizing. I usually stay on top of stuff because getting behind affects me so much, but this month has been very difficult. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. Also, very good about the fact that August ends tomorrow. It's been quite a month, you all. It's been quite a month. Lots of good things happened. I fully acknowledge that awesome things happened that I'm very thankful for, but I'm also really thankful that August is done because you know what happens in September? Fall starts. Might not feel like it here, but it'll feel like fall for Oklahoma. Oh, very pretty pink clouds that I'm seeing. Ugh, and a spider outside my window. Oh, I wish I could kill it. It's outside, which is where it belongs. I just don't like them at all. Anyway, okay. So let's see. What did all you great peeps have to say? Okay, more talk about, okay, yes, being night owls or whatever is best for you. Eva said, you don't night. Oh, you're a morning person. Yes, I can get them to myself. My brain is usually mush before it gets too late. Yeah, I run into that as well, Eva. On mornings when I get up early, if I've gotten, a good amount of sleep the night before, boy, it's like I'm just firing on all cylinders and I can really knock stuff out. That if I work too late, then I just know I'm not doing my most efficient work. Yes, I'm with you on that. Late morning seems to be your most focused time. Yeah. I think that that's true for a lot of people, like that pre-lunch time. Let's focus Saturday mornings after having slept a good sleep and the house is quiet and it's raining. That is a perfect combo right there, Eva. You really hit the nail on the head. Plenty of rest and rain on the weekend and quiet. Yes, I love it. It does sound so lovely. Weekend rain is the best. It does not rain very often in Oklahoma, but it did yesterday. Yesterday was Monday, right? It did rain some over the weekend, but it rained a lot yesterday. And oh yeah, Sunday night. And then I was at a coffee shop focusing on a project that I'd been struggling with, and I had gotten like really good insight into it just by changing my environment. And I'm sitting at a table by like a glass storefront, and it started to storm lightly and rain, and it rained for a couple of hours, which is a little bit unusual for here compared to me being from Iowa, where the weather changes a lot more often. Oh my gosh, it was the best. Just nice, cozy coffee shop vibes with it raining outside. I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? This is wonderful. Currently 94. Oh my gosh. I'm hyped. I see no more nines in the forecast for next week. That's exactly how I think about it too, Margaret. Zero focus with the protracted heat. Agree. I have to really fight it. Summer is hard for me. It's another reason I'm always so glad when August ends. I'll always celebrate in September 1st. Why does the subtitle say started streaming 119 minutes ago while the progress bar? YouTube, get it together. YouTube, what are you even doing? Get it together, YouTube. That just made me laugh. Huh. Truffle Marcona almonds from Trader Joe's ain't nothing better. Okay. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Marcona? What's Marcona? This is new for me. Oh, Ashley, okay. Maybe you have already left. Maybe you've already left and you're snoozing already. Oh, thank you so much for joining. It's great. It's wonderful to have you back. Gonna read for a bit. Give your name a production nap. I love that. You're doing something to exercise a different part of your brain. And so it's like the producing part of your brain is napping. That's brilliant. Writing all day tomorrow, an Amish Cinderella book. Ah, that sounds lovely, Ashley. Yes. Good night. Great job, everyone. Great job, you, Kelly. You're welcome for the sprints. All right. 8:15. I plan to end at 8, ending at 8:15. Got a lot of sprints in and a lot of good chats. It's a humdinger of a live stream. And I don't say humdinger as often as I should because I really enjoyed it as I was saying it. Thank you to all of you for contributing such positivity and encouragement. You helped me. We helped each other. I'm so thankful for all of you. All right, signing off. Have a wonderful night, everyone.